I hope you use this time to download your worksheet, your workbook. It should look like that, the 2021 Battle Plan. Download it and work with me side by side, okay? So, and the first thing I want you to do is go to this page called Business Growth Drivers. And what you see here, you have your growth driver. You have your program, you have your lead generation, you have prospect engagement, you have client conversion, fulfillment experience, and upsell. Okay, so those are the drivers. If you in the consulting business, the coaching business, in the training business, or in the services business in general, those are the drivers, right? Your program needs to have a market and an audience and a messaging that resonates. You need to have activities to bring in leads. These leads need to be engaged. That's something called lead nurturing. Hopefully, at one point, you will convert them into clients. Then how you fulfill that experience, how you deliver to them is important. And then what you can upsell to keep them engaged with you for a long time, okay? And as we go through this, I would like you to go have these 4 levels. And the first level is your running, okay? So meaning you are absolutely in the green. You're running fast. There's nothing is slowing you down. And it's going as well as it possibly can. Then we have cruising, okay? Meaning, yeah, we're going, it's good. Yeah, so it doesn't need a lot of attention. It's still producing results, but could be better, right? Then we have the level below. We have stop and go. So you're crawling, right? So you're stop and go crawling, meaning, yeah, it's kind of like in the red area, right? So it definitely needs major improvement, and or we call this slow. And down here, we're totally stopped and stalled. Okay, so that means nothing is working. You have no plan, no idea how to move this forward, period. And what I want you to do right now is take a pen and put in some marks. So like when it comes to your program and product, right? So with that, I mean, do you have a product that has demand, for which there are enough clients, and for which people are paying a good amount of money, so they're happy to give you their money in return for your service or product, and the messaging to your to the audience. So what you do is perfect, right? So put it somewhere else. Like you're stopped and stalled. There's nothing going on. It's like, yeah, it's going a little. You're cruising, or that's your superpower, right? So running is your superpower. So just put a dot somewhere. Now you go to lead generation. So how well do you generate leads? Okay, so meaning do you have a consistent, constant flow of potentially new clients coming in? For those who attended my earlier workshops, there are 2 types of leads. We're talking about cold leads, yes. We have warm leads, and we have hot leads. And we are talking about all 3 here right now in the session. Do you have enough leads that you can interact with on a daily basis, right? So, and again, you put that dot wherever you want it to be. I just put it here, not for me, just for illustrative purposes. You put it wherever you think it is, okay? So then the next one is business prospect engagement. So you have leads, and a lot of service providers are marketing to either exclusively to the cold leads or exclusively to the hot leads. And they forget about the warm leads in between. How do you nurture your leads? What do you do for them throughout the year, that when they're cold, they're skeptical about us, right? So we want them to be warm leads, and warm leads are the people that are not skeptical anymore, but they're curious, right? So what do you do about the curious leads that you have, so that they become hot leads? And hot leads means they are eager to buy your program or service or product and are happy to give you money for it. Okay, so that's called, so that is prospect engagement. And so just put it where it is, right? So I don't know, put it here or wherever you think you are. Fourth one is client conversion, right? So now you move those leads through your funnel, and now you meet with them either in a strategy session, or you meet with them, or you have you chat or use SMS marketing or email marketing or webinars like this, you know. So what's your ability to turn people that show up into clients when you meet with them? Okay, and you can put that wherever you want, right? So the fact, for example, in this example, the fact that lead generation isn't good doesn't mean that when that person has a lead, they're good at converting. Yes, so you can really treat this independently. And the fifth one is fulfillment of experience. So once they're signed up, what is the experience that your clients will have in terms of onboarding, in terms of getting the material that they want, in terms of being engaged, right? So for example, when somebody signs up for my services, they get a Colby A assessment, they get a high performance index, they get they get a questionnaire, so that I can bridge the time between their sign up and when they meet, and then we move forward. So where do you think what is the experience with your team that your clients have? For example, the experience with you, is it consistent? Do you deliver more than you've promised? And you put that dot somewhere here. Again, I do put this randomly here. I'm not suggesting anything about anybody on this call, okay? So the one, and the last one is upsell. So now that you have clients, and they may have used a low cost service for you, right? From you, that may be, if you're a coach, your 6 weeks, you know, front-end program or signature program. It may be a 2 weeks trial, right? It may be you know, experience the service for $7 and whatever you did. And then what is do you have an offer, a compelling offer that is much more expensive afterwards, right? That people are willing to buy because now they experienced you. And they will go from, you know, I paid this person $1,000, $1,500, and I got $10,000 on ROI. Now I'm willing to pay like $40,000 for an annual program, for example, right? So that would be an upsell. So do you have an upsell, and what's your ability to offer it, and do people actually take advantage of it when you offer it? So those are the four. The 6 areas. And by the way, I've learned that approach from one of my coaches called Taki Moore, who's now he burned his foot this morning, I heard, so I wish Taki well. But he introduced me to this, and it made a huge change for me in terms of how I approach my life, right? Or my job. So, or my business rather. So what you now do is you just build a trend line, and your cutoff is here in the middle. Okay, cutoff is in the middle. And I would want you to pick the lowest two or three categories that you have. So in my example here, I would pick this one, and I would pick this one. Okay, makes sense? Give me a yes in the chat box so that I know that you're still with me, right? So give me this. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Ashley and Emily. You're doing awesome. Paul, awesome. So that here is your cutoff. So if you happen to have like everything in here, okay, because you may be new, you just started out, and you know you're really struggling with building your product and getting leads, then your cutoff is here. Okay, your cutoff is here. So these are the people. So if you're in my study group, these are that. If, for example, is my study group where I get people like when they want to become coaches and trainers and consultants. So I get them to create their program. We talk about lead generation, prospect engagement, and we talk about client conversion. So at what I would like my clients that are in the study group to achieve is to make $10,000 a month. Okay, so 10K a month. If you currently make less than 10,000K a month with your program, then by definition you're in this box. Okay, if you make more, you can expand your horizon to all 6. Okay, for those in the study group, that program is like there's a 6 weeks online component, but you all have gotten a year of free group coaching. And because for some people it takes longer, some people are very successful within 2 weeks. Other people, they just need a year, right? Because their life is in the way, and competing interests are in the way, or they are struggling to find their footing or whatever. So we all have different reasons. But so you have that year to get to the 10K a month, right? So you get my support, my coaching for that entire year, okay? Because I recognize that. So, but then when you make 10K a month consistently, I'm like, okay, so now do you want to be able to upsell and make more, right? So we're coming back to the previous conversation. But if you're not there yet, you're by definition in that gray box. Okay, next one is the sequence. Okay, so let's say if this were higher, let me change this for you. So if this guy here was at this point, okay, and this guy here was at this point. So this point, the hierarchy matters, right? So if you want to pick something between these two, the first one matters most. Yeah, why? Because why worry about prospect engagement if you cannot get leads into your system in the first place, right? So why worry about program and product development, or why worry about lead generation if you don't have a product yet, or you don't even know what your product is? So why worry about upsell if you cannot convert clients, right? So there's a hierarchy. So if you're in this box and you have 4, then this would you had like all 4 dots down here. The hierarchy would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, makes sense. So in this case, as you see it here right now, so see, oops, here right now, you would only have, go away. You would only have 1 and 2. Yes, makes sense. So, and then I can pick between this guy and this guy, what would be my third priority. And I will pick the first one because it's the same category. That's the same principle as with the lower area. So that would be my number 3. Does that make sense? So does everyone have like 3 areas right now that you need to focus on in general? Give me a big yes. Or give me a taco. I like tacos. I'm in Texas now, man. Give me tacos. So, come on, where are my tacos? Nobody likes tacos, huh? Okay, good. I'm going to move forward. Ashley, thank you. Paul, thank you. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is think about Robbie. Awesome. I have some Aussie music for you here. So, and you guys, you're going to go to the real 3 weeks, what is that? Summer Christmas vacation there, right? So good for you. Stephen, thank you. Tacos. Cool. So the first thing is like, if you want to add something, right? If you want to add to your plan and do things new, we first need to think about what we want to have go away. Okay. So so I want you to take this sheet, and I give you about 3-4 minutes, and just write down with respect to the 3 areas that you have chosen. And you start with the first one first, then do the second and the third. So what are the things that you would like to go away, right? So you can write like, I'd like to go away, I don't know, my company debt, yeah? I'd like to go away annoying clients, right? I do not want to do corporate work anymore, right? I do not want to do selling on Facebook anymore. I do not want to manage translators anymore, right? I do not want to do manual work anymore. I do not want to do whatever it is. Yes, so you just write it down, and as it comes. So don't overthink it. Don't rank it. Just like as it comes, you just write it. I will give you some pointers as we go through this, and I would say the clock is ticking now. The next step, you're going to go to the next worksheet, and now we do the reverse, right? We define what we want to have happen in this year, right? So what needs to come in? I want I don't know, more one-on-one clients, for example, right? Or maybe I want more corporate clients. I'm just contradicting myself here with what I said earlier, but this is not about me, it's about you, and I'm just giving you examples, right? Maybe you want more money, right? More money, or more clients in general, right? Maybe you want better health. Maybe you want a nicer office, right? Maybe you would like to do more webinars online or trainings. Maybe you want to create more value content, okay? So whatever you've got to do, maybe you need to do more Facebook Lives or LinkedIn videos, right? So whatever you feel you need to be doing next year to move the needle for you, okay? So as usual, I give you a few minutes, and which one I want to take here? Let me see this. Oh, that's a good song. So I give you about 4.5 minutes to have your list of the things that you know you need to do, that need to come into your life next year in order to crush it. Okay, so now we are narrowing down that list to your commitments. So if you have it printed out, I would like you to have those sheets next to each other, yes, so that you can compare. If not, you just have to go back and forth, like I would do that here on my iPad. And I would want you to make a star, whatever color you have available to you, to a star, or maybe use a marker. So where do you have, what are the items that you have on both lists? Okay, so for example, when it says company debt here, it should say down here on that list, I need more money, right? So more money was not on the list here right now. So don't add anything right now, because then you take away from the experience. But if it were here, that would be a match. If it's not a match, like it isn't in here right now, so then you don't do anything at this point. So what else do I want? I want get my annoying clients go away, yes, and I would like to have more one-on-one clients and more corporate clients. So there's a match. Okay, so what I have on the negative list, I also have on the positive list. Does that make sense? Give me a taco, not tacos. Tickles maybe, but give me a taco to let me know that you got it. Taco, Cole, Paul, awesome. Susan, yes, Stephen. Ashley, Shelly, awesome, right? So I give you a few minutes to make those connections. So, and everything that is not overlapping, if you already know that, you can absolutely feel free to just cross it off. Okay? So, and you only you have on your list, either with a star that you put in there or with a marker that you use, the ones that you have on both lists. And we're going to continue to work with this list only. Okay, so don't freak out. Irina just joined us. Hey, Irina, glad to have you here. We are in the middle of an exercise right now. It's going to take us another 3 or 4 minutes. You can easily, catch up after that. Okay, cool. So I'll give you a few minutes to identify what you have on both lists, and you only need to work on the coming in things list, right? So that you only have one definitive list, and you cross off everything else that is not on both lists. Okay, so hopefully you have a few things left. Who here, just give me like a big yes, who here has 4 or less items? Anyone? 4 or less items? Who here? No one? Okay, cool. Who has more than 10 items left? Anyone? Give me a no if you do not have more than 10 items left. I want to see a no here. Come on, like a big N. No, no, no. Okay, cool. So, okay, it's one. Shall you have 7? Okay, cool. Now what we're going to do is go to the next thing. It's the bullseye. And look at how no matter how many commitments you have left, okay, look at what the 3 ones, the one that is most important right now. If you only could do one thing, one only thing of all the 7, you write it in here. Right? Commitment 1. If you only had time to do one, you put it in here, whatever that is. More webinars, find new clients, build a new program, create more value for my clients, whatever it is. But what you think right now, and don't overthink it, just put it in, whatever your gut feeling tells you right now. This is the gut feeling exercise, okay? So, and then you put your commitment 2 here and your commitment 3 here, okay? Is there anybody here right now who is struggling, who says, you know what, I do not know which one is the number 3 or number 4. I have like at least 2 options. Anybody here who is not clear on the first top 3 things that you need to do, and is going back and forth between 2 options? Give me a yes in the chat. Then I can talk to you. Then I know. If you're clear, give me a yes. Camille is clear. Ashley is clear. Awesome. Paul is clear. Yes. Stephen, kind of. Okay. Yes. So Stephen, if you say yes, so do you have 2 things that you're going back and forth, that you're not sure which one should have priority? Okay, cool. Because I wanted to give you a mind hack, but maybe I could do that later. Okay, so you have 3 commitments now. And so here is like where you need to do a lot of work, right? So I want you down here, and Irina's, you're late. So if you already know what your 3 commitments are for next year, meaning how you get more clients or more revenue and what you need to do, then you put this down here and you write, I don't know, do more webinars, right? So whatever that is, hire a salesperson, or ramp up sales rather, but that's what we want to do, like ramp up sales, Whatever your commitments are, you write them here. Okay? So these commitments, one, so commitment two, the people that work with me are my clients. You know that I have the worst handwriting in the history of the universe, but you're going to get used to it. So, and now, if you look at these activities, your commitment, these commitments, what do you want that to translate to by the end of next year? When we meet December 15th in 2021, how much money do you want to have made? How much clients do you want to have? And this is important, how many free days do you want for yourself? Okay, so this could be, you know, I don't know, I want to make 200K. I want to make that with like my, and if my program costs, I don't know, $2,000, I would need 100 clients, right? In order to make that happen. And I am the most important asset in my company, not because I'm so smart, but because if I'm not healthy, you know, we're not going to deliver as well. And that's true for almost everybody here on the call, right? So how many free days do you actually want, right? In my case, I would want at least every weekend free. For others of you, it may mean only on Sundays. So it's like 52 free days, right? So you make a decision how many free days you want to build in to your life so that you have the reward and you can rejuvenate and re-energize. Okay, so really rough. You can fine tune those numbers later on, but by and large, what is it that you want, right? If your program that you're selling is, if you have multiple programs and you may want to sell, you want to make 100K with a $2,000 program and another 100K with a $4,000 program, right? So then, of course, you would only need 75 clients, okay, to get to that goal. Okay, so these are the big numbers. Does everyone have the big numbers right now? Give me a big yes in the chat box. Ashley, thank you, got you. Stephen, yes. Robbie, yes. Irina, yes, awesome. Jerry, yes. Shelley, yes. Emily, yes, awesome. Okay, so now this guy here in the middle, that's the gap. Okay, this is where you are here. This is what you want to do. And this is where you want to be. That now you need to make a decision on how to get there. And so you brainstorm now, what are the needle movers for you? What gets you the 75 clients, right? What gets you the 100 free days? So what do you need to do? For example, and share some examples with you, what's on your mind. I would like to hear from you what's on your mind. For example, I would like to do webinars, like once a month, right? I know that I need to do Facebook Lives daily, right? I know that I need to have sales promos quarterly. Yeah, I know that I need, I don't know, Facebook ads ongoing, right? Whatever you need to do. So what are the activities that you need to introduce into your business right now that will get you those results? And how often do you need to do them? That includes delivery to the client, right? So I need to be more focused to provide value every month or every week or every second week. Okay. So what are the needle movers for you from a sales and marketing perspective and or activity perspective that will get you the results and that you brainstorm that, and as you have some ideas, share them with me, right? Put into the webinars, right? Put in more strategy session, put in more Facebook Lives or whatever, so that you can inspire other people as well, and in return get inspired and get some more ideas for your business as well. Okay, so give you 3 minutes to go through this and think about it. Okay, perfect. So now you know what your needle movers are, and this is the first time we will put this into the battle map. We will revisit the battle map at least 3 times in the next 30 minutes. But right now, I would like you to put in whatever you have. So if you had in like webinars once a month, then every month has to have a webinar in it. Yes. So webinar, webinar, webinar. Okay. So, and so on. If you said, I would like to do daily Facebook Lives, then you need to put in Facebook Lives in here. If you have sales promos quarterly, then you said, okay, I need a sales promo here. I need a sales promo here. I need a sales promo here, right? And I need a sales promo, let's say in December, okay? So if you wanted to do conferences, then you would say, okay, I'm going like conference season is typically in April and May. So you put in conference here, conference. And if you already have a conference in mind, you put the conference in there. And you just, right now, you will just focus on the needle movers, nothing else. Okay, know that you have more stuff going on, but we use the needle movers first. Yes? So I give you 3 minutes to quickly do this. Okay, cool. So if you haven't been able to finish that, you can do it afterwards. But you should have a rough canvas right now. Who here already has a rough canvas of their battle map? Give me a yes in the chat. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Ashley. Awesome. Thank you. Who else? Catalina. Awesome. Shelly. Awesome. Again, you will later on, you can add to this. Like, so that what I really want you to do is when we're done, have a whiteboard like that. This whiteboard did not develop in one setting, right? So it took a few days and shifting around and taking out and discussing with my wife and all of that. So have a whiteboard and make that a living document, over the next couple of weeks. So the next one, that's all about you, okay? So again, you are the most important asset in your companies that you're doing right now, okay? There's no one more important than you. And I would want you to make the decision right now, before you plan anything else, because we have the needle movers, to make a decision right now how you want to take care of yourself, right? So you put in destinations where maybe you want to travel. Now it's difficult right now, but again, commitment to the plan is more to the strategy is more important than the strategy itself. But maybe you would like to go to Puerto Rico, right? My wife and I, we already know that we want to go to Galway to see our family over next year Christmas, right? Mexico is right around the corner here, right? So we're in Austin. It's not long. So put this in. That's maybe. So that's one. How long? So Puerto Rico, I don't know. Puerto Rico, maybe that's a week, right? Galway is probably like 4 weeks or a month, right? 1 month. So put this in. What are the favorite things that you want to do, right? That the things that fire you up, inspire you, give you energy, right? Put them in. Are there any weekend getaways that you can, like, I just learned that there's at that indoor pool outside of Austin and Round Rock that everybody flocks to, and it's safe and all of that. So put that in, right? So that would be the pool. If you're in Holland, that would be the center parks, for example. Maybe it's like a city tour and you would like to, I don't know, I always want to see Baltimore. I don't know, right? So I've been there a lot. Great in the harbor. Any day trips that you would like to do, right? So into a museum or like a forest or a national park, anything that you wanted to see. What are the companions, the friends that you need to see and visit or invite into your house? And again, I understand we're in the pandemic, that might not work out, right? But like Paul and I, for example, like when the lockdown began, we made it like a conscious effort to connect at least once a week via Zoom, right? We connected more during the lockdown than we did at any time before, right? So what are the companions and the friends? And what are some activities and rewards, right? That you want to get? Like maybe it's an iWatch, right? Apple Watch. Maybe it's a massage, or you go to a chiropractor, or you go to a cryo bath or whatever, is out there. So what are the activities and rewards? So this is all about you. Brainstorm it. I give you a few minutes and then we move forward. Okay. Okay, guys. So put the pens down, and again, it's a work in progress. You start your board, put it on your whiteboard where everybody can see it and where you can see it, and work on it over the next few days so that you make that complete. Next thing, so we have all of that. So we have the rocks, right? The needle movers, we have the pebbles, and now we take care of the sand, right? So the not small stuff, it's called small stuff because we fit it in now. It doesn't mean that it's not important. So you now think through, remember we did this brainstorming? What are the regular activities, deliverables to your clients that you need to do? For example, or deliver, rather, delivers that you need to deliver. But for example, the study group, I know that I need to have the group coaching calls. Yes, group coaching calls every second week, or as the English and the Australians would say, fortnightly. Yes, so I know that. I know that in my group, the study group, Facebook group, I need to at least once a week put some content in there that adds value, right? So that's value content in Facebook group. Once a week, or let's say once a month here, right? So other activities, what do you need to provide for your client on a regular basis to keep them engaged and happy, so that eventually they will be happy to give you more money for your more expensive services. For some of you, it may be a white paper, right? You want white papers. Maybe you have a client success workshops, right? Maybe you have client appreciation days, I don't know, whatever is important for you. So brainstorm, use this sheet to brainstorm the activity and the frequency. Client appreciation workshop, I don't know, 2 times a year, right? 2 times a year. Client success workshops once a quarter, right? So think through what are the deliverables, if you like, in translation or documentation, which some of you are. That is your ongoing deliverable. That is clear. But in addition to that, what are the activities where you demonstrate more value, where you ask for a big favor, where you make a big leap that supports in order to support your clients? Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes. Awesome. So we are nearing the end. So Actually, we still have some work to do. So you have a plan, yes? You have a map, yes? Give me a big yes. Give me a taco, a big yes. If you love me, give me a taco. If you don't, give me a yes. Oh, Paul, Emily, I'm heartbroken. Awesome. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Paul. Awesome. So your map does not equal your terrain, right? So just because you know when you're to go, you do not know what the quality of the road is going to be, you know, what the quality of the mountains, of the turf, of the soil is going to be, how hard it's going to be to climb the mountain, right? If there's not anything that happens that will derail you, but we can plan for a little, right? And that's what I want you to do right now. So, for example, holidays. Okay, so what are the holidays that you have already committed to, right? You have anniversaries, right? So again, my wife's our 10 years anniversary was on the battle board. You definitely want to remember your significant others or your favorite nieces or nephews or uncle or mother, favorite mother. Hopefully you probably only have one, but your favorite people in your life, and remember that. You might want at least want to send a card or give a call. Giving back. Do you want to volunteer? What is important to you? I know some of you are engaged in volunteer organizations. What kind of training do you need? What kind of sorry, with holidays here, I made I mean the holidays I meant like holidays like Christmas, right? Christmas and Thanksgiving and so on, and that differs by country. We have a few Aussies here on the call. So you, for example, are shut down now, I think like until mid-January and all of that, and the other holidays. And the Irish have different holidays from the Americans. And so anyway, so the vacation that you've already planned, the family events that are important, yeah? Anything health-wise that you need to do, a surgery that is scheduled, a big checkup, right, that you want to do, any retreats that you need to do with your company, right, or trainings that you need to organize with your company, school events, right? So I don't know about you, if you have young children, then a lot of your plans are dependent on when school is open and closed. Anything that has to do with friends, hobbies, and what other team events do you need to organize, like Christmas parties or Easter parties or summer parties or summer picnics. Again, we are in the lockdown, we are in a pandemic, but we plan for it. And if you can't go have like a real barbecue, then have like, I don't know, a Zoom pajama party. I don't care, whatever comes to your mind, you will figure it out. So take a few minutes and fill out your terrain. Awesome. So your terrain, again, you can continue that work. Some ideas will come later. You put it in. You know what to do. You put it into your battle map. Okay, we're not going to do this because I would like you to get out of here on time. So that's your job, to put it into the battle map. That battle map now should be full, yes, with everything that is important to you. Put it on the whiteboard. Make changes, add, delete, right? Work with this sheets. And now, so you can, once that whiteboard is ready, you break it down into individual activities. For example, you could say, let's say here, we make this orange, and orange are my bi-weekly coaching sessions, right? So I know that every second Tuesday, so I'm doing this wrong here. Every second Tuesday, I will do my coaching sessions. Yes. So, and I fill this out. Okay. So here, and then I write down here, study group coaching. And then you go to the next and you have your events and you give it a different color. Like here, this would be the events. And you tell me exactly where those events are. Okay. And so on. And you can, the reason why you have multiple calendars here, because you can have multiple calendars, right? You can have a business calendar, you can have a personal calendar, you can have a calendar for your kids or for school, right? So you can compartmentalize that as much as you like. So I give you 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes to start this, right? So in 3 minutes, we would like this to look like, and then we're almost done. We're going 5 minutes over. I apologize, guys. I hope that's okay. But you give it events and you give your, I don't know, what else did we have here? We had client success meetings, right? So client success meetings, put this here and you fill this out. Okay, so exactly when you want to have those meetings. And this should be look very nice later on. Okay, 2 minutes and then we wrap up. Okay. Enjoy. Before we leave, I want you to make a commitment right now to do a next step. So write down what are the ideas and share that with me here also in the chat. I would like to hear about it. What of these ideas helped you the most? Okay. What are your 3 next power moves as a result? And most important, or equally important, who do you need to talk to? Okay, so you may want to talk to your significant other. Maybe you need to talk to your boss. Maybe you need to talk to your parents. I don't know where you are. So what are the ideas that help you the most? What are your 3 next power moves? And who are the people that you need to get input from or inform? And maybe your team, for example, okay? Do this for the next 2 minutes, and then we convene. But let me know in the chat right now what was the most important idea that helped you the most, please. So that helps me also to do it better the next time. Okay, let's go.